Hello everyone, and welcome back to Figure Review. On this episode, we're taking a look at NECA's 1966 Batman Adam West action figure. Let's take a look. Right off the top, we have an excellent scan, great resemblance to Adam West, and that's the advantage of these 7-inch figures as opposed to Mattel's 4 to 5-inch figures, as they're great amount of detail on these. NECA's sculptors are excellent at what they do. And one of my favorite things about NECA's Batman figures is that the cowl has some distance from the face. It's not all, it's sculpted and put together all as one piece, but it gives such a realism to it to see that there's room behind the cowl where the face is. Great job there. You can see the great paint detail, the eyebrows and the nose piece, painted accurately to the show. Great detail here, the stitching, the mask. Just a wonderful job overall on that. Now, some of you will notice that the cape is sitting under the cowl. Out of the box, it comes out on top of the cowl, which is accurate to the show. However, because I don't want the neck area to become curled or possibly ripped, I took the head off and put the cape on the bottom and put it back on top. So this is not exactly how it would come out of the box, but I prefer to keep it under there just for safety reasons, and it still looks pretty good either way. From there, as you can see, there's actually texture to the gray jumpsuit, lines coming down. Give it that nice cloth look. Very cool. Nice Batman logo here on the chest. I will say, I believe it's a little higher up on his chest in the show, but that's a very small nitpick. It still looks very good. A nice metallic color, as you see on the cowl, is on the gloves, trunks, and boots. Very good job there. We'll get into the alternate hands in a moment. Great job here on the utility belt. For those of you that don't know, the pockets are upside down so that Batman can just open up and the item comes right out. So that is not an error. Great job here. It might be a little hard to pick up on the camera, but the belt buckle is gold, and then the bat on it is like a very close bronze. So at a quick glance, you might not even see it. But that is just an excellent detail. Those of you who watch the show know that's how his belt buckle was. And just ridiculous accuracy here by NECA. And as for articulation, he's got the twisty wrist and back and forth. And same thing on the elbows. He's got the adjustable elbow and the up and down. For the shoulders, he's got the typical up and down, back and forth. You know, what you would normally expect on a $20 figure of this quality. Same thing with the waist. Ball jointed in the middle, and you can twist. And same for the head, too. So you want a cocky Adam West, you can do it up. Same detailing in the blade, and the tights comes down. The nice striped for the cloth. Same deal on the knee joint. Got a twisty knee, and the back and forth. Same deal on the ankles. A little bit of detail I want to show off here on the boots is on the inside where the zipper is a shiny blue. That is just a ridiculous and awesome detail to get in there. Quick look at the back, just so you get an idea what the back looks like. You can see like a deep seam here where the main stitching is on the jumpsuit. Just a great job there. As you can see, an amazing, amazing cape on this. I don't know that it was this big even on the show, but it really adds a lot to the figure. Now, as mentioned before, I was going to get into the accessories here, the alternate hands and whatnot. This is an alternate hand I put on here. This is for holding the bat radio, but I think it just looks great as like a fighting stance. The other alternates, as you can see, is there's a batarang hand, an extra fist, the nice big batarang, and then of course his little bat radio transmitter. So a very awesome piece. If you were somewhat underwhelmed as I was with the Mattel version, this is definitely a cool piece you can have. This is definitely a great alternative to that Mattel figure. I wasn't too impressed with the Mattel with the actual Mattel figure of the Adam West Batman. They've made a lot of great accessories, and they did a very good job of making a few figures for that series and a great Batmobile. But overall, the scale of those figures and just wasn't quite right, in my opinion. They should have made them a little bigger to get a little more detail, like this figure. Especially for a similar price point, I find this figure to be the much better value overall. So I thank you guys for watching, and keeping along these lines as we're branching out into a little bit of a different to go along with the wrestling figures. I always love the Elite guys, but I got a lot of cool Batman stuff too. So we'll be taking a look at the Christopher Reeve Superman figure from NECA in our next episode, and I'll see you guys there.